the place was where I met Mr. Bear.
So you're willing to criticize her for not knowing, but you don't know.
I'm just saying that the question was put to me if Sam Taylor had known Mr. Bear and if it was possible that we'd all been to his house. I don't know if I've ever been to his house.
Do you know where the residential place is where you met Mr. Bear?
I don't recall where it is, my lady.
But there was an occasion when you met Mr. Bear at the residential place, am I right?
Yes, that's correct.
But you cannot tell the court where it is.
That's true, my lady. I don't remember.
You've got no idea.
No, my lady, I don't know the area. I would have put it in my sat-nav, in my navigation, and I would have just driven there. I don't remember.
So if Sam was there, we cannot criticize her for not remembering because she wasn't even driving.
Who's Sam?
Samantha Taylor. I apologize, my lady.
It's Taylor, yes.
I apologize. Samantha Taylor. Can we criticize her for not knowing?
I don't believe Miss Taylor was ever with me, my lady.
No, that's not
when
the
I went there.
question.
No, you can't criticize her.
Exactly, but we did.
You'd have to just look at the context. If she comes up here and says that she went on to a place in the Vaal River, you'd have to criticize it in the sense that I don't believe she was there. So whether she knew where it was or she didn't know where it was is of no relevance if she wasn't there.
Yep, but that's not the question. The question is, let's say she was at Mr. Bear's place once with you. You cannot criticize her for not knowing where it was. That's all I'm asking you.
If that was the case, no, I couldn't.
Yeah. Now, how would she know that you met on whichever date, met Mr. Bear at the residential place or met somebody at the residential place about guns?
I have no idea, my lady.
Yeah. Because she said you met somebody to sign gun papers. That's what she thought.
I know Miss Taylor was with me on another occasion when I signed papers pertaining to a firearm when I was with Mr. Rens, and I know she was with me there. I discussed things. We were in a relationship, and I told her where I was on many occasions. So I don't know I don't know, my lady.
No, you do, because you're giving me opportunity to ask. So are you saying that she's making it up?
Yes, my lady. Yeah.
She's lying.
She lied in her statements, and she lied when she was up here, my lady.
About being with you at somebody's house that day?
My lady, all I'm saying is I can't remember anybody being with me. I remember meeting Mr. Bear to sign papers in a residential area. I can't recall in which residential area it was. I think it was in October. This was 2 years, a year and a half ago.
You see, that's significant. So if there's an indication that you were at Mr. Bear's on the 30th, you cannot deny that. On the 30th of September. You cannot deny it because you can't remember.
That's correct, my lady.
Yeah. Now, if she says she went with you on that day to a residential place to sign gun papers, she is just making it up.
I don't know if she made that up, my lady, but I don't remember Miss Taylor accompanying me to meet with Mr. Bear.
No.
If that's what she says, then I cannot say she is lying on that fact. What I can say is that I don't remember anyone accompanying me to see Mr. Bear.
Then, but she's not the only one making it up. It must also be Mr. Fresco making it up.
I didn't say she made it up, my lady. I said I don't remember that.
Okay, good. So, the two of them can. Mr. Fresco and Sam Taylor can remember at least going to a residential place with you to sign gun papers.
My lady, if you look at the evidence of Miss Taylor and Mr. Fresco, that's what they both say. But they don't agree upon the charge. They don't agree upon how it happened, where it happened, or why it happened. So if they say that they were there with me on a day when this happened, I cannot definitely say that they weren't with me. I can't say that I was there in September. If there's evidence that shows that, then I can say that if that's what it was, then I was there. But I don't remember. It's not an event that I remember. I don't remember signing the papers. I don't remember whose house it was. I remember that I had to meet Mr. Bear. That's all I can remember.
But you see, I've now left you because I would like to use it in argument. You're arguing the case as if you, as we counsel. I can't remember. Have you seen their statements? You mustn't argue, Mr.
I have seen Ms. Taylor's statement, my lady, and I have seen Mr. Fresco's statement.
And you've heard them testify.
That's correct, my lady.
They both said they went with you on that day to a residential place where you signed gun papers.
That's correct, my lady.
You don't know. You can't remember. So if two of them can, they must be correct.
I don't remember, my lady. So
No,
if that's
not
what
the
they said, that's
question.
what they said. I can't remember that.
Now let's argue. If there are three people, two know they were there and one doesn't, we'll pick the two, isn't it? For a version.
I don't want to argue with Mr. now, my lady.
I'm so glad to remember that answer. I'll use it in future. But I'm putting it to you, Mr. You are not willing to concede anything. Oscar Pistorius will not take responsibility or concede anything. That's what you're doing to your own evidence.
Is that a question, my lady?
Yes, it's a question. Are you?
No, my lady. I have conceded on several occasions. I cannot agree with the statement that's put to me.